Welcome back, boys and girls. I thought that I would read you a story today. When we left each other, we were learning about farms. So I have a great story today about cows that type. But before we read that, I wanted to read you this poem. We've read this one before, but I wanted to read it again to you. Now, boys and girls, if you have a few minutes, go and find a leaf. You can go outside to get a leaf, but in your packet, I gave you a little paper leaf. You could use that. Now, we've done this one before, so you're going to remember it. So I'm going to read it to you again. Ready? Leaves are falling. Leaves are falling. One fell on my nose. Did you put your leaf on your nose? Leaves are falling. Leaves are falling. One fell on my toes. Can you put your leaf on your toes? Leaves are falling. Leaves are falling. One fell on my head. Leaves are falling. Leaves are falling. Yellow, orange, and red. I love that one. Do you remember when we put them all over our bodies? Put them on our tummy, on our knee. Maybe you could do that if you remember that song. Boys and girls, the other reason I really like this poem is because it has lots of rhyming words in it. So rhyming words are words that sound the same, like nose, toes. They sound the same at the end of the word. Head, red. Those are rhyming words. See if you could think of other rhyming words. Are you ready for the story? Click, clack, moo, cows that type by Doreen Cronin, pictures by Betsy Lewin. I love this story. It's a great farm book. Cows that type. I can't even imagine. Look at those cows. Ready? Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. There was a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left another note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Boys and girls, can you imagine? The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Boys and girls, do you know what the word furious means? Another word for furious is really mad. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Boys and girls, have you ever seen a typewriter before? Typewriter has different keys and you can write letters. On the keys, there's all the different letters. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning, and he handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. What do you think the farmer's going to do? Farmer Brown decided that this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come over with the typewriter. That was a good trade, huh? The next morning, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring and we'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack, click, clack, quack, clickety, clack, quack. Do you think that Farmer Brown got him the diving board? Let's look. He did. Pretty funny. That was a good story, boys and girls. Well, I look forward to seeing you back here again for another story. Have a good day. Miss you.